Welcome to the Impactful Engineer Project. I'm Steve Maxey, and with my co-host and brother Jake, we are here to bring you guidance, fresh ideas, and the tools to help you become an impactful engineer. Engineers don't fail because they lack technical skill. They fail because they never learn how to lead, communicate, and take ownership. This is the Impactful Engineer. We give you the blueprint for career excellence, not textbook answers. I'm Steve Maxey, a senior manager in product development, and I'm here with my brother Jake, owner and principal engineer at NLS Engineering. If you're done with the status quo and ready to take control of your career, then you're listening to the right show. Hello, Jacob.
What's up?
Not much. I have a lot of energy today.
Good.
Yeah, lots of sleep.
Well, I'm going to need your high IQ analytical thinking brain for this one because
I don't know if I got that right now.
I can get myself into some trouble with this topic because it's like, I think I can simplify it though. I'll give it a shot.
All right, let's go.
All right. And it's aligns with the Jake nature of plowing through walls like the Kool-Aid Man. Okay? No way. I know. This is the thing I lean into a lot.
The door's right there.
You just go. Just fucking do it. Yeah, I admit I'm a freak. Like I really am.
It's all right.
It has served me well.
That's why we like you.
Yeah, great. Because I don't care if you like me.
I know.
Actually, I do. I die inside when people don't like me. So there's this idea of knowing what's in front of you and you can see the end and you're like, okay, we're just going to take the steps. It's like something you've done a million times. And then there's, based on what I have gathered from some light research, this is kind of the direction that I think we should go. These are these unknowns, but you kind of know them. You're like, it's an unknown, but I know generally the path to get there. And then there's things that you have no idea about. You don't even know you don't know. They're the unknown unknowns, right? And this is, people have been talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, okay. How does this apply to me? What am I doing to tackle these unknown unknowns, especially since I started the business? And my answer, of course, was like, the quicker I can get through my known portion to my known unknowns, then I will see some unknown unknowns. They will present themselves to me, right? And then, like everything, an analogy locks it in. So what did I do a lot of when I was a kid? Played Command and Conquer, and of its all, and Red Alert, and all of its various iterations and forms and updates.
Dating ourselves now.
Okay. Yeah. 90s and early 2000s.
Heck yeah.
When 0 Hour came out, I was like, yes, I love this. That was like probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
But there's the idea that you have to build a base, and you can have this option where there's a fog of war, which means that you can't see anything. You have no idea how many AIs are against you. You have
landscape.
You have no landscape. You don't know how many of them there are. You don't know what positions of power they have, what super weapons they have. You don't know what countries there are because they have troops and strategies assigned to different countries. You know nothing. But and those are the unknown unknowns. But what you do know, right, is that you need to build a strong base. You need resources, especially for the tactics that I used. I needed resources very quickly, okay? And those are the known unknowns. It's like, well, I don't know exactly what strategy I'm going to be up against, but I know enough to get started that I need my power plant, I need my refinery, I need a barracks, I need a war factory, I need technologies to be unlocked in a certain order, I need a strategy center, I need whatever, right? So I'm blowing through those. And I know if I get to a certain point, it's very highly likely that I will win, even though I have no idea what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So you're cruising through it. And then you can build a couple of troops, and you're going to do some recon. And then you're going to venture into the unknown unknowns. You're going to start lifting the fog of war. You don't know what you're going to run into, but you're going to figure it out. And then as soon as you map that out and you see, we've got the red Communist Party over here. They're going to be doing a certain thing. I already know what they think about all the time. And then you're like, we ran into a USA, or we ran into a GLA, or we ran into a whatever it is, right? And then it's like, okay, kind of know their strategies. We know the troops. We're starting to solve for this unknown that was out there. Now these unknowns are becoming into the sphere of knowns, right?
And you can pivot, right? That's the main thing. Now you can start pivoting your strategy to counter those now knowns from the unknowns.
That's right. And the whole point of this is that you wouldn't know. The unknown unknowns wouldn't present themselves if you just hadn't started moving. So just the main point I want to get across is to do not allow things that are unknown to you at a certain point in the future keep you from like just going.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And so I'd like to tie this into product development, because this happens all the time in product development. Often we are like, hey, I want to design this thing for this certain type of customer. Yeah, insert whatever it is. And I don't know all of the preferences of the customer. I don't know all the technologies that would make this product the best thing possible. But I just know that I need to make this thing. So rather than agonizing over the details for 2 years trying to make the perfect thing, you just start moving. You're like, okay, I know it needs to fit in this little box. I know it needs to do these basic things, and you just start working on the design. And as you're doing that, you have your marketing people talking to customers, figuring out what nuances they prefer of the product, right? And then you start getting that feedback from them, and you're opening up the fog of war, right? So you'll get these new ideas that come halfway through the project. Oh, I got to pivot. I got to change my design a little bit. No big deal, right? And so you start finding your way to the most ideal product for that customer as you're designing it, not before. So you just have to get going and start designing the product, and that will solicit the feedback, right? Because you'll go to the customers and say, hey, here's what I'm designing. This is what it looks like so far. And they're like, dude, that's dog shit. You need to do this and this and this. And they're like, oh, okay. So now I need to make some changes, and now I'm going to make a better product. You're never going to get to that best product without making an okay product and then getting that feedback and clearing that fog of war.
Yeah. And maybe perhaps the thing that is of struggle here is while you are going through that discovery process, people judging you for the decisions that you've made. Because for me, that was a big deal. I don't know if it's a big deal for anybody else, but before I let that go, I would have to try to make it perfect and be able to explain and have a backing for every single decision that I made along the way, which would take forever. Because then, as you're trying to defend every single decision that you made, there's a million other options too. So then you start thinking, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? Then I'll have to say this, and then what? And you'll just delay and delay and delay making a decision. And it's like, as soon as you can get yourself to a place where you don't, frankly, you just don't give a shit what other people are saying. You only care about what the outcome achieved is going to be. And if that meets your customers' requirements, and if it's a success for the company, like that's the goal. So who cares if the other engineer that's highly visible and watching you do this, or perhaps helping you do it, goes, oh, I can't believe you didn't think of that before that went out, or I would have done it that way. And it's like, great, and that will always happen. You will always hear those voices. So the sooner you could just take it as input, and cool, man, great, way to keep. We're just gonna keep going, and perhaps you're right, but it's already done. So we're just gonna keep going forward. And like as soon as you can get over that, the better. It'll help you move faster.
Yeah, and one of the biggest pushbacks that I get for just taking action and moving and then being able to pivot later down the road is that they're like, oh, it's wasted effort. I'm wasting my time, right? Because I'm just going to have to redo it anyways. Yeah, but you'll never get to the right product if you don't do it, right? You have to just move and figure out what you don't know so you can get to the best result possible.
That's right. And being okay with that's a big part of it. Perhaps, and just give them the grace. Like, when you're in the driver's seat and you've got to make these decisions, you're going to make the right one every single time, and no one is ever going to question it. And you're going to be better than me and better than everyone else. You absolutely will. Can't wait to get there. I'll be your biggest supporter. Cool. Let's keep going. Like, because it's not going to be that way.
Yeah.
Right? That's not reality. But you can at least
you can pursue it.
Yeah, it's just a tactic of whatever works for you. That's just one thing that I've done in the past to get over that. Like, move fast. People will always have things to say. I wouldn't do it that way. Amazing. Has no bearing on anything. Like, the only thing you could do is allow it to derail your progress and make you feel like you don't know what you're doing. And perhaps you don't. But what is that going to do to dwell on it? It's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
You just got to keep moving.
And you won't know what the best answer is until you start doing stuff. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
this whole episode really boils down to.
Yeah. And I've just seen it too many times and not bring it up.
Hmm.
Like, and I can't, I'm not special. I'm not unique. I can't be the only one that has run into this. So I just want to share it just in case it sparks that, connects the dot,
Oh yeah.
I do this for everything. I can't just get a preliminary scope of work, have the proposal signed to start the work, and then just design the whole thing, like from start to scratch, or from start to finish, like in a day, or even in a week, or whatever. Like, you have to ask questions. I have to get an iteration to come back to me to see what I thought would work laid out before it'll spark and say, oh yeah, this is the total
Hmm.
obvious answer. But I wouldn't get that obvious answer from staring at it 5 times in a row across 10 days.
Yeah.
It's just better to lay it out to the best of your ability, get it to a presentable situation, come back and look at it high level the next day and go, oh yeah, we'll move that there. That's too many there. Okay, we'll do this.
Yeah.
Putting pieces in place. And I can get a job done so much faster if I iterate 7 times over getting that job done iterating twice. Just
Yeah.
can't do it.
And that's why 3D printers have been so amazing for like product development engineers, because you just spend your day working on the design, and then you just hit print before you go home. You come into the office, you have the physical thing in your hand, and you learn something. You're like, oh, that thing is too bulky to hold. I need to slim that down. Or, oh, that doesn't connect with this other piece at all. I need to change that design. And then you just work on that design for that day, and then you hit print again before you go home, and then you just keep repeating that cycle, and it's just so much faster to get through those iterations and get to a like the best design possible, because you can just see the things. You have a tangible thing to mess with. So same
Yep.
concept.
So just it's just like pulling the future forward. The faster you iterate, the faster you're going to know about the things you weren't even on your radar, and then you'll be able to solve those things too in the same way.
Yeah. So just start moving and clear that fog of war, and that's it. So if you learned something today, or think someone else needs to hear this, and I know you did and someone else does, please share the show and leave us a review. It's the best way to continue to create value and impact for the engineering community.